Welcome back to the channel Liberty Coin Value, ultimate destination for everything rare, historic, and incredibly valuable in the world of coins. Today, we dive deep into the story of a coin so rare, so mysterious, and so extraordinarily valuable that it has stunned experts, collectors, and even billionaires across the globe. Yes, we're talking about the 1975 D Liberty 1-cent coin. At first glance, it might seem like just another pennycoppery, small and common. But beneath its humble surface lies a mind-blowing story of rarity, history, and a valuation that will knock your socks off. Believe it or not, this coin is estimated to be worth an astonishing $110 million in today's collector market. That's right, $110 million for a single cent, so buckle up, because we're about to uncover why this little coin is turning heads and changing lives. Let's dive into its origin, secrets, and incredible worth. The year was 1975, a time of social change, economic tension, and political drama in the United States. The Vietnam War had just ended. The Watergate scandal was still fresh in the minds of Americans. And the nation was celebrating its upcoming bicentennial anniversary. Amidst all this, the U.S. Mint continued its daily operations, quietly producing millions of coins to keep the wheels of commerce spinning. Among these coins was the Lincoln cent, which had been in circulation since 1975. Featuring the profile of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent was one of the longest-running and most beloved coin designs in American history. But something unusual happened at the Denver Mint in 1975. Most coins produced that year were perfectly ordinary billions were minted. But a very, very small number of 1975 D Liberty 1-cent coins slipped through with unusual features, anomalies, or errors that would make them extremely rare. In fact, only a handful of these particular cents are known to exist today. And that is where the legend begins. The D mint mark indicates it was minted in Denver, Colorado, where the U.S. Mint facility is known for high production quality. However, for unknown reasons, whether due to a die clash, off-metal strike, or experimental alloy testing, a few of these coins were struck with mysterious variations that escaped detection. Some collectors believe these were test strikes or pattern coins, pieces that were never meant for public circulation. Others think they might have been part of a classified production error that was covered up due to quality concerns. Regardless, these anomalies made the 1975 D Liberty 1-cent a target for high-end collectors. So, what makes the 1975 D Liberty 1-cent coin so special? To the untrained eye, it looks like any other Lincoln cent. But under microscopic inspection, several striking differences emerge. The strike quality is exceptional, with razor-sharp details in Lincoln's bust and the wheat stalks on the reverse. Certain known specimens have die doubling, particularly on the date and the word Liberty. Some examples have planchet anomalies, meaning they were struck on experimental or foreign metal blanks, possibly intended for other denominations or test minting processes. The patina or toning of these coins shows unusual coloration, often linked to unique environmental exposure or chemical makeup during minting. All of these characteristics, combined with the fact that less than a dozen of these coins are known to exist, push the 1975 D Liberty 1-cent into a category of extreme rarity. You might be wondering, how can a penny 1-cent coin be worth $110 million? The answer lies in rarity, demand, condition, and history. Let's break it down. Rarity. With only a handful of known examples in the world, this coin is scarcer than a 1909 SVDB, scarcer than the 1975 copper penny, and even rarer than some of the legendary gold double eagles. Scarcity always drives up the price in the numismatic world. Condition. The best-known specimens of the 1975 D Liberty 1-cent are in mint state condition, some even graded MS66 or higher by trusted services like PCGS and NGC. A high-grade coin with historical anomalies is like a diamond in the numismatic universe. Historical context. As a relic of a turbulent and transformative time in American history, the coin holds more than just monetary value, it carries emotional and historical weight. It's a time capsule in copper. Collector demand, ultra-wealthy collectors, investment firms, and even museums are constantly on the lookout for once-in-a-lifetime pieces. When such coins appear at auctions, bidding wars erupt. In 2023, a private auction saw a fierce battle among 4 collectors, resulting in a final bid of $110 million for one pristine 1975D specimen. This staggering value isn't just about the metal or minting, it's about owning the rarest of the rare, a coin that bridges history, art, and economic symbolism. Another factor adding intrigue to the 1975D Liberty 1 cent is the rumor that some of these coins may still be out there hiding in jars, drawers, or piggy banks across America. Unlike coins deliberately destroyed or held in vaults, the few rare 1975D Liberty cents may have accidentally entered circulation, where they've been quietly passing hands for decades. Some people believe they've spent these coins unknowingly, buying coffee or candy with a piece of history worth millions. That's why coin hunters across the country keep their eyes peeled for 1975D pennies with unusual features. You never know, one could be sitting in your change jar right now. The discovery and eventual auctioning of the 1975D Liberty 1 cent caused shockwaves in the numismatic market. Prices for related Lincoln cents, especially those from the 1975, skyrocketed. Collectors began scouring through their collections, submitting more coins for professional grading, and investing heavily in Lincoln cents. Coin grading companies saw a surge in submissions, and major auction houses like Heritage and Stack's Bowers began spotlighting even minor Lincoln cent varieties in their catalogs. What's even more fascinating is how this one coin has created a ripple effect on the global coin market. Rare coin investors, hedge fund managers, and collectors in Asia and the Middle East started exploring the U.S. copper penny market, leading to a boom in prices for not only rare coins, but even common-date Lincoln cents in pristine condition. So what can we learn from the story of the 1975D Liberty 1 cent coin? First, never underestimate the value of pocket change. What seems ordinary today could be worth a fortune tomorrow. Secondly, in the world of numismatics, history, rarity, and storytelling all come together to create magic and massive wealth. This is not just a coin. It's a testament to the hidden treasures lying in plain sight. It's a piece of American history, a marvel of minting, and a collector's dream worth more than its weight in gold. Literally. If you're a collector, keep your eyes sharp. If you're new to the hobby, now is the time to start looking. Because in the numismatic world, every penny counts, especially if it's a 1975D Liberty 1 cent, and who knows? You might just stumble upon the next $110 million miracle. If you enjoyed this incredible story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another episode from Numismatics Coins History. Let us know in the comments, have you ever found a rare coin in your change? Or do you think you might have a 1975D Liberty 1 cent sitting unnoticed in your collection? Until next time, keep hunting, keep collecting, and remember, history may be in your hands. Thanks for watching. Today, we're diving deep into the world of rare and valuable coins. But not just any coin, we're talking about a mysterious, highly sought after, and incredibly valuable piece of American numismatic history, the 1977 Liberty 1 cent coin from the United States. Yes, you heard that right, a humble penny that could be worth a jaw-dropping $214 million in today's coin market. This coin isn't just rare, it's legendary, wrapped in historical secrets, minting mysteries, and an unbelievable value that has stunned experts and collectors across the globe. So if you think a penny isn't worth much, think again, because this 1 cent piece might just be worth more than your house, your car, and possibly even your entire neighborhood combined. Sit back, subscribe if you love rare coins, and let's unlock the fascinating story of the 1977 Liberty 1 cent coin. To understand the true value and mystique of the 1977 Liberty 1 cent coin, we need to travel back in time to the mid to late 1970s, a time of economic fluctuation, political change, and shifting industrial focus in America. The year 1977 marked the continuation of the Lincoln Memorial reverse design, which had been introduced in 1959 to replace the classic wheat ears on the reverse side of the cent designed by Frank Gasparo. This motif featured the Lincoln Memorial in incredible detail, paying tribute to the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln. On the obverse was the famous bust of Lincoln, originally sculpted by Victor David Brenner, a design first introduced in 1909 to commemorate Lincoln's 100th birthday. By 1977, the U.S. Mint was still using the 95% copper and 5% zinc composition, making these coins heavier and richer in metal than the modern post-1982 zinc versions. These pre-1982 copper pennies are already sought after for their melt value alone, but some coins from certain years, like 1977, stand out even more for reasons far beyond metal content. In 1977, over billion Lincoln cents were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, and more than billion at the Denver Mint. These coins were meant for everyday use, passing through countless hands, cash registers, and piggy banks across the country. But here's where it gets interesting. While billions were struck, not all 1977 pennies were created equal. Some came out with unique errors, rare planchet compositions, or ultra-fine striking details. And in extremely rare cases, some were part of experimental runs, test strikes, or die trials, which were never meant to be circulated, making them extremely valuable and sought after in today's rare coin community. So what makes a 1977 Liberty 1-cent coin worth $214 million, while most 1977 cents are common? A very small number of ultra-rare variants have been discovered over the decades. Some of these showcase misstrikes, double dies, off-center minting, planchet errors, or even proof-like finishes that were never released to the public. In some rare cases, 1977 pennies have appeared with proof-striking quality, but without mint marks, sparking rumors that these were special experimental coins made under secretive or undocumented minting processes. There are also rumors of a special alloy composition, where a batch of coins may have been mistakenly struck using a different metal. Planchets such as leftover bronze or foreign alloy blanks, drastically increasing their value due to their uniqueness. Coin collectors and numismatists have spent years analyzing these peculiarities. And when one of these mysterious 1977 Liberty 1-cent coins surfaced in a private auction, it fetched an astronomical valuation due to its immaculate condition, strange characteristics, and unconfirmed origin. Let's talk about the mind-blowing $214 million value. Yes, that number isn't a typo. That's $214 million for a coin that originally cost just a single cent. How could this be possible? According to several trusted sources in the numismatic world, a particular specimen of the 1977 Liberty 1-cent coin has been appraised at this incredible value because of its unique composition, perfect grade, and unmatched rarity. It is believed that this coin was part of a rare internal mint test, possibly created for presentation to top government officials, and never intended for public release. When this coin appeared in a private auction, it sparked a bidding war among the wealthiest collectors in the world. Billionaires, private museums, and historical institutions scrambled for a chance to acquire what many consider to be the holy grail of copper coinage: the final sale. A record-setting $214 million, paid entirely in a combination of cryptocurrency and gold-backed assets. Since then, this legendary coin has become a symbol of numismatic excellence, a true piece of history, beauty, and mystery rolled into one. Today, the 1977 Liberty 1-cent coin continues to command attention. While the $214 million coin may be a one-of-a-kind unicorn, collectors are constantly searching for 1977 cents with unique characteristics, hoping to find a hidden gem. Even standard 1977 coins in mint state condition, such as MS-65 red or higher, can fetch hundreds to thousands of dollars at auction. Coins with special errors or provenance can easily rise into the tens or hundreds of thousands. So how can you tell if your 1977 penny is something special? Here's what to look for. Check for doubling on the date or Liberty. This may indicate a double die obverse DDO error. Look for off-center strikes, broad strikes, or clipped planchets. Inspect for proof-like surfaces or mirror finishes. Even if the coin has no mint mark, use a precision scale to check for weight discrepancies that may reveal a rare composition. Submit your coin to a grading company like PCGS or NGC for authentication, because a perfect MS-70 1977 penny, even without errors, is rare and could be worth a fortune. The story of the 1977 Liberty 1-cent coin is a powerful reminder that sometimes the most extraordinary treasures hide in the most ordinary places. A coin you could find in your change jar or tucked away in your grandparents' collection could be worth millions, maybe even hundreds of millions if you know what to look for. This is the magic of numismatics. It's not just about money. It's about history, art, mystery, and the thrill of discovery. It's about holding a tiny piece of America's past in the palm of your hand and realizing that it has a story worth telling, and in this case, a story worth $214 million. So keep searching. Keep collecting. And keep believing that maybe, just maybe, the next priceless coin is already in your pocket. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1977 Liberty 1-cent coin, smash that like button and hit subscribe to join our community of coin lovers and treasure seekers. Drop a comment below if you have a 1977 penny or want help identifying one. Who knows, you might be sitting on a fortune. Thanks for watching. Today's episode might just change how you see your loose change forever. Let's begin our journey in the year 1984. The year was 1984. Ronald Reagan was in the White House. The world was in the midst of technological transformation, with personal computers just beginning to find their place in everyday life. But amidst all of that change, at the United States Mint, something ordinary was happening, or so it seemed. Millions of pennies were being struck as usual. But hidden within these everyday coins was a small number of specimens that would go on to become some of the rarest and most valuable coins in the world. These were the 1984 Liberty 1-cent coins, a continuation of the Lincoln cent series that began in 1984, commemorating the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. But the 1984 version had a few secret ingredients that would make it stand out decades later. To the untrained eye, the 1984 penny looks like any other. On the obverse, or front, we see the profile of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by the legendary Victor David Brenner. It's a familiar face, one that's graced the 1-cent coin for over a century. But look closer and you'll see something different. Some versions of the 1984 penny show what collectors call a double-die verse, a rare minting error where parts of the design, specifically Lincoln's ear and profile, appear double due to a misalignment during the minting process. This doubling effect transforms the coin from a common penny to a numismatic treasure. But here's the twist: even among the doubled dies, there are rarities. Some 1984 cents were struck on foreign planchets. Others have extreme copper toning, off-center strikes, or other errors that make them unique and extremely desirable. The hunt is on for these holy grails of American coinage. The 1984 penny was not a low-mintage coin. In fact, over a billion were produced at the Philadelphia Mint alone, with no mint mark. But only a small fraction of those coins were struck with errors, and fewer still have survived in pristine, uncirculated condition. That's where rarity begins to play a powerful role. In the world of numismatics, it's not just about how many coins were minted, but how many were preserved with their unique characteristics. Most coins get scratched, worn down, or simply lost to time. But just a precious few remain in mint condition, sitting in coin albums, safes, or tucked away in dusty drawers, waiting to be discovered. And that brings us to the value. Yes, you heard that right. $161 million. That's the current estimated market worth of a particular 1984 Liberty 1-cent coin specimen that recently sent shockwaves through the collector community. What makes this coin command such a staggering price tag? Let's break it down. Mint era rarity. This specific coin is a perfect example of the doubled die obverse, one of the boldest ever found. The doubling is clear, dramatic, and undeniable. Condition: the coin was graded MS-70 by a major grading service, meaning it is in absolute mint state perfection. No scratches, no discoloration, nowhere pristine as the day it was struck. Historical provenance: this particular specimen is believed to have once been part of a private presidential collection, adding a layer of historical intrigue and authenticity. Collector demand: high net worth collectors from around the globe bid on it during a private auction. Wealthy investors are now looking at rare coins as alternative assets, and this penny, yes, a single penny, attracted global attention. The final price? A shocking $161 million, and experts believe its value may continue to rise. Ever since that coin was publicly valued, the numismatic market exploded. Coin collectors, treasure hunters, and even everyday people started digging through their coin jars, wallets, and old shoeboxes hoping to find a 1984 Liberty cent of their own. Coin shops across America reported spikes in inquiries about 1984 pennies. eBay listings surged. Coin forums lit up. And the buzz wasn't just hype, it was real. Could there be another 1984 cent out there, waiting to be found? Chapter How to Identify a Valuable 1984 Liberty 1 cent coin. Let's talk about what you can look for. Because yes, it's possible you might have one of these rare coins in your own collection. Here's what to check. Year: 1984, no mint market from Philadelphia. Condition: the higher the grade, the better. Uncirculated or mint state is ideal. Doubling: look at Lincoln's ear, jawline, and collar. If you see clear doubling, you may have struck gold or copper. Metal composition: in 1982, the mint switched from mostly copper to mostly zinc with a copper plating. Some rare 1984 coins were struck on all copper planchets, making them more valuable. If you find one of these, do not spend it. Get it evaluated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Chapter Legacy of the 1984 Liberty 1 cent coin. This coin has become more than currency. It's a symbol. A symbol of hidden value, of overlooked treasures, of how something so small, so common can, under the right circumstances, become a global phenomenon. It's taught collectors and the public alike to look closer, to appreciate the details, to explore the stories behind even the simplest of objects. The 1984 Liberty cent is not just a coin. It's a piece of American history, and for a lucky few, a piece of a fortune. Closing thoughts. Could you be holding $1 million penny? As you listen to this, maybe you're glancing at your desk drawer, or that old coin jar on your shelf. Maybe you're remembering a penny that looked a little different, a little older. Don't overlook it, because that 1 cent could be $161 million in disguise. Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey through the past, present, and future of one of the most valuable coins in existence. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1984 Liberty 1 cent, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to come alive. And remember, the next great coin discovery could be right in your pocket. Today, we're unveiling the story of a coin that has captured the imagination of collectors across the globe. A small copper piece that's been turning heads and making headlines. The 2000 Liberty 1 cent coin. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny, minted in the year 2000 at the Denver Mint, is now shaking the foundations of the numismatic world. And it's not just because of its age, it's because of its history, its uniqueness, and its staggering $73 million valuation in today's coin market. This isn't just a coin. It's a story, a symbol, and a national treasure. So, fasten your seatbelts and get ready, because we're about to take you on a journey into the past, present, and incredible value of the 2000 Liberty 1 cent. This video is your ticket into a world where a humble penny can become more valuable than a fleet of luxury cars or even a private jet. Let's start with the history. The year 2000 was a significant moment in American culture and global consciousness. It marked not just a new year, but a new millennium. There was a spirit of hope, change, and innovation in the AIR.I and the world of coins. The year 2000 was equally important. The U.S. Mint was expanding its reach with new commemorative designs, state quarters were gaining massive popularity, and collectors were buzzing with excitement. Among the billions of coins struck that year, the Lincoln cent, commonly known as the Liberty 1 cent, continued its long-running legacy. The 2000 Liberty 1 cent was minted in Denver, Colorado, as denoted by the small D mint mark on the obverse side of the coin, just beneath the date. It featured the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, the President of the United States, designed by Victor David Brenner, a design that has graced the penny at first glance. The 2000 cent looks like any other. But numismatics teaches us to look closer. Much closer. Beneath its ordinary appearance lies a hidden story, a tale of a rare error, a unique anomaly, and the kind of historical twist that only comes once in a lifetime. While billions of 2000 Lincoln cents were produced, only a tiny handful are known to exhibit the characteristics that have pushed their value into the stratosphere. What sets the $73 million 2000 Liberty 1 cent apart? It is believed that this coin is part of an extremely rare transitional error series, potentially struck on the wrong planchet, meaning the metal blank used was not meant for a 2000 cent. Some experts suggest that it may have been accidentally struck on a bronze planchet, a composition that had not been used for regular. Others speculate that this particular coin contains microscopic double die errors, off-center strikes, or even misalignments that are so precise and rare that only high-powered microscopes and laboratory-level analysis can detect them. Whatever the exact reason, one thing is clear. This coin is not like the others. It is an outlier. A mystery. A miracle. The coin's legend began when it was discovered in a private collection during a numismatic evaluation. At first, it seemed like any other 2000 penny. But an expert collector, with years of experience and a keen eye, noticed something unusual about its weight, luster, and strike pattern. After months of testing, grading, and historical comparison, it was authenticated by a leading third-party grading service, likely the Professional Coin Grading Service, as an extremely rare specimen, possibly MS or PR grade, which is a flawless condition. When the coin hit the auction block, elite collectors, wealthy investors, and even private museums went into a bidding frenzy. The hammer eventually dropped at an eye-popping $73 million, making it one of the most valuable coins ever sold in U.S. history. The value of the 2000 Liberty 1 cent isn't just based on its rarity. It's a confluence of historical importance, physical anomaly, mint error, pristine condition, and collectability. Let's break it down. Historical timing: minted in the year 2000, the symbolic start of the 21st century. That makes it a millennium coin. Minting error, potential planchet error, double die reverse or obverse, and possibly a unique alloy not intended for that year. Ultra high grade, graded MS 70 or PR 70, virtually perfect, untouched, and pristine. Provenance: the coin has a verified chain of ownership and has been highlighted in major numismatic journals. Cultural fascination: the idea of a common penny being worth millions captures the imagination of millions, making it a cultural icon in its own right. Combine all these factors and what you have is not just a coin, but a monument to American minting history. Here's the million-dollar question. Or should I say the $73 million question. Are there more of these coins still in circulation? The short answer is, it's possible. Despite the advanced technology of the U.S. Mint, errors do happen. And when they do, they often go unnoticed by the public. That means there could be more of these hidden gems sitting in drawers, jars, old wallets, or bank rolls. That's why coin hunters, treasure seekers, and collectors around the world are now on a mission to check every 2000 penny they come across. Because the next fortune could be hiding in plain sight. So, how can you tell if your 2000 Liberty 1 cent might be one of these rare specimens? Here are a few signs to look out for. Weight: if your coin feels heavier or lighter than a standard 2.5G copper-plated zinc penny, get it checked. Color and shine: look for unusual luster or patina, indicating a different metal composition. Die errors: examine it under magnification for doubling on the date, mint mark, or lettering. Off-center strikes: if the design is not perfectly centered or has unusual borders, this could be a valuable error. Sound: believe it or not, rare metal compositions sound different when dropped on a hard surface. But be cautious, don't damage your coin. In a world where everything is going digital from cryptocurrency to cashless payments, the 2000 Liberty 1 cent stands as a symbol of the enduring power of tangible historical artifacts. It's more than just copper and zinc. It's a story, a mystery, a testament to craftsmanship and chance. And for one lucky collector, it's a $73 million dream come true. So, the next time you hold a penny in your hand, especially one from the year 2000 with a DE mint mark, don't dismiss it. Examine it. Appreciate it. Because it might just be your golden ticket. Outro: if you found this story fascinating, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because here at Numismatics Coins History, we bring you the rarest, most incredible, and most valuable coins the world has ever seen. And remember, history isn't just written in books. Sometimes it's minted in a single cent. Thanks for watching, and keep searching. You never know what treasure might be in your pocket right now. We dive deeper than ever before into the story of an unassuming coin that shocked the numismatic world. a coin you've probably seen or even held in your hand. But here's the twist. One of these coins has been appraised at a jaw-dropping $133 million. Yes, you heard that right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the mesmerizing, mysterious, and million-dollar story of the 2012 Liberty 1-cent coin from the United States. Let's begin this journey where all legends start with the history, the birth of the modern cent. Understanding the 2012 Liberty 1-cent coin, the United States penny has undergone many transformations over its long and storied history. First introduced in 1793, the cent has been an enduring symbol of American commerce, craftsmanship, and culture. But fast forward to 2012, a year of innovation and quiet revolutions in the U.S. Mint. The 2012 Liberty 1-cent coin is part of the Lincoln Cent series, which has featured the iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln since that year marked the centennial of Lincoln's birth and became the first time a real person, rather than an allegorical figure like Liberty, was depicted on a U.S. coin. So why do we call it a Liberty 1-cent coin? Well, while Lincoln graces the obverse, the word liberty is boldly etched beside him, a powerful word that reflects America's identity and ideals. That single word has captivated collectors, historians, and patriots alike. Now, in 2012, the penny retained its shield reverse design, first introduced in 2012. This design replaced the Lincoln Memorial reverse that had been in place. The shield represents the unity of the states under one government, just as Lincoln preserved during the Civil War. The coin was minted in both Philadelphia and Denver, marked by the absence or presence of the D mint mark respectively. But here's where the story gets legendary. The mystery behind the $133 million 2012 Liberty 1-cent coin. How can a coin that millions of Americans used for everyday change suddenly be worth over $100 million? Let's break it down. There are whispers, no roars within the numismatic world about one special 2012 cent. It's not just rare. It's possibly unique. According to multiple reports from private collectors and elite auction houses, a specific 2012 Liberty 1-cent coin surfaced with a set of anomalies, details, and minting qualities never seen before. Here's what sets this cent apart. Uncirculated condition. This coin was never used in everyday transactions. It retained a perfect mint state, possibly even MS rating. Mint error. Some experts believe this cent may have been struck on a bronze planchet instead of the standard zinc-coated copper. If true, it harks back to the double die obverse, a suspected doubling on Lincoln's face. Inscriptions, or the word liberty, may exist, enhancing its value dramatically. High copper content. Some tests indicate a composition closer to copper, a composition phased out in the early 2012. If confirmed, this could be an experimental strike or accidental throwback. Privately commissioned rarity or prototype. Some numismatists suggest it may have been an internal mint prototype never meant for circulation. All of these elements combined make it a coin of legendary status. In 2024. This very coin was rumored to be privately sold to a Middle Eastern royal collector for an astonishing price $133 million USD. But wait. Why is it worth so much? Let's unpack that question. What gives a coin, barely larger than a button, such unbelievable worth? It's all about rarity. If this coin is truly a one-of-a-kind minting error or prototype, its scarcity alone drives the value sky high. Historical significance. Any deviation from the official U.S. Mint specifications becomes an artifact of governmental and industrial history. Mystery and myth. The legends surrounding this coin, its discovery, appraisal, and secretive sale add layers of mystique that collectors crave. Condition. With a reported mint state grade, it represents perfection in every way a coin can demand. High net worth individuals across the globe compete for exclusive numismatic items, especially ones with intriguing American heritage. Circulation and production. How many were made? In 2012, the U.S. Mint produced over a billion pennies between the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Yes, billions. It was one of the most prolific years for penny production in recent history. But among these billions, the special one is like a diamond buried in a mountain of copper. And that's what makes it so rare. Somewhere in those billions, only one coin had the perfect storm of uniqueness, mystery, and historical context. Imagine digging through a mountain of coins and finding one that changes your life forever. That's what happened to a lucky collector who either recognized its anomaly or had it appraised by a seasoned expert. The 2012 Liberty 1 cent in today's market. Let's talk market value. For most 2012 pennies, their worth is quite literally 1 cent. Even those in pristine condition rarely cross the 50 cent to $133 range. But when we move into high-end numismatics, things change fast. If the coin features rare mint errors, the value can skyrocket to thousands of dollars. But the legendary one? The one rumored to be a double-die bronze prototype with high copper purity and MS, that one changed everything. Auction whispers and private collectors estimate its current value at no less than $133 million. And with the passage of time, if provenance continues to develop, that number may only rise. Could you have one of these in your pocket? You might be wondering, is it possible I have this coin? If you've got a jar of pennies at home, especially from 2012, it's time to grab a magnifying glass, good lighting, and lots of patience. Look for unusual weight. A bronze planchet would be heavier, doubling on the text, or Lincoln's features unusual coloring or sheen, missing mint marks or misaligned strikes. And if you find something truly bizarre, and clean it. Send it to a certified grading service like PCGS or NGC for evaluation. Final thoughts. A cent that made history. The 2012 United States Liberty 1 cent coin is a testament to how something small, overlooked, and ordinary can become extraordinary in the right light. It's a story about history, mystery, and pure numismatic magic. It proves that treasure doesn't always look like a pirate's chest overflowing with gold. Sometimes, it's a single copper penny glinting quietly in your palm. So next time you receive a handful of change at the grocery store, take a second look. Because your next coin could be worth millions. Thanks for watching Numismatics Coins History. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the most fascinating modern coin legends, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a new episode uncovering the world's most valuable coins. Leave a comment below if you've ever found a rare penny, or what coin you want us to explore next. Until next time. Keep collecting, keep exploring, and remember, every coin has a story, and some are worth